There's a lot of assholes out there. You know who you are, and you're gonna come in with this preconceived idea of who he is before you ever even got a chance to find out. So I would just say, sit down, shut up, and enjoy the ride.
Fireball flames in the X-ray heat. 99 down a dead end.
He's got that aura about him, you know? He's a car guy, biker guy, shotgun guy, skater guy.
If I was a girl, I'd love to fucking...
I'd be all over it. Just attacking it.
Oh, it's pretty much madness. I mean, it was high drama at all times.
I mean, hey, he's the fans' hero.
A hero to some, nitwit to others.
He knows that when he does it, it's all the way or nothing.
Even this film can't express what was going on at that fucking time, and it was sick. It was illegal, and we loved it.
It's not to be explained. It's to be experienced.
So deep, watch his own blood drip. Big black shrinking barrels down the track. Too late now, I ain't going back. Hell bent I ride. Angel by my side. Blow devil wind. 'Cause I won't be back again. No, I won't be back again.
I take the boys out, you know, they all had their little Yamahas, the 90s and 175s or 100s. And Jason, all he ever had was those little carts you push with your feet.
He gave me a motorcycle when I was 4, and he put training wheels on it. It's pretty young, right? So I'm 35. How many years have I been riding motorcycles? Love this. Come on, how many? Right on, 31 years. Big deal. Like, he still sucked at that. How cool is it? My dad's like, here, kill yourself. Here, get into this. Look, that's my only way I could rebel was... And then I remember kids, I'd ride by and I'd hear kids, what, are you mad at your parents? Because I was on a chopper. There, it's in my genes, it all made sense.
He really worships his dad, so to speak.
Definitely one of my brother's idols. Loves his dad.
Well, I'd heard of him through the years. Just a big personality in our area, in Orange County. He was a few years older than me, and he had a reputation of, you know, building these cars, and he'd won many car shows. So he does like to work with his hands and do things like that. And I think maybe Jason segued into that via Lee's example.
See that bush on the right with the red berries? That sticks you really hard. And so when I always try to drive my mower through there real slow.
I'm sure Jason gets his sense of humor from my dad.
Okay, here I go. Pretty good, huh?
Okay, right inside here, the Dollar Tree, everything's $1.
$1.
You gotta ask him too, because you pick things up. There's no way. Is this $1?
That can't be $1.
Spray bottles,
Bone cutters.
popcorn,
$1.
$1.
And then he gets his mannerisms and weirdoness from my mom.
Do I look fat like this? No, Mom. Okay, how about this way? No, you don't. I've always had a fat fetish, like fear. And I think then I weighed 103.
Growing up and hearing that every day as a child, it's imprinted in all of our heads. So we all have a fat complex,
Do I look fatter on this side? Seriously? I do, huh?
Ever since he was a little kid, fuck, I'm so fat.
Do I look fat?
Do I look fat on film?
Wait, do I look fat right now?
Morbid obesity. Just Cheetos and burritos all over.
Jason likes hot dogs.
Well, I'm on a diet, so...
Yeah, poor kid's got a real glandular problem. But he'll live.
I eat only the amount that I can sweat off. So it's pretty cool.
Sounds like some fucking weird little phobia thing to me.
He's sort of like Ricky Ricardo. Fat, skinny, fat, skinny, fat, fat, skinny.
I mean, it sucks. You go up to do a frontal ollie and your tit hits you in the face.
I'm out there trying, man. They're skating on, the streets, and I'm trying. I'm keeping up with them, I'm getting bigger than them, man.
If he lost the weight, he'd probably love himself again.
It's really layered up today. That's why I look a little heavy.
He's not fat, he's layered.
Yeah, he layers.
Look, I'm wearing a lot of clothing. I know that.
T-shirt, long sleeve T-shirt.
He's got the round face and the beanie and the hat. What's the hat deal?
Hoodies.
Well, you're born and then you're embarrassed and you put clothes on. So then you get more embarrassed and you start piling it all up. Just more and more until you're not as embarrassed. Yeah. Got a lot of clothes on.
I wasn't anorexic, but I just had this thing. Poor Jason. Poor thing.
The older I get, the more embarrassed I get, So I just gotta pack it on.
So he's like masking being fat with the fat dressing. That's called a fat salad.
Many personas, many layers to Jason. All entertaining, all cool. But never really knowing when you tap into the true Jason. Or perhaps they're all the true Jason.
It was kind of crazy. Like growing up, I wasn't religious or anything, but Jason was a Mormon.
How's Jason fucking Mormon, dude? Talk about a church that hates you. He's everything that church fucking hates.
I mean, how many people know that he used to give 10% of his income to the church as a fucking teenager? And the last thing I would have done as a teenager is give 10% of my income to the church. I mean,
I know his mom influenced him on his faith.
It's a family-oriented church. It deals a lot with, family unity, family togetherness.
There's families out there that probably are worse than us, even though it's really hard to believe. There's families out there that are a lot worse than us. But he thinks that ours is the rock bottom.
We became, so to speak, active in our church. And I think that set the stage for, for the kids' moral compass, as it were.
When I was a kid, I remember hearing my dad say, Jesus liked everyone. He even liked whores. Well, I get older and realize, yeah, so did you. So do I. We all do. What would Jesus do? Go to the whorehouse, yeah. Oh, he's friends with whores. That makes... Fuck. It took me so long to pull out of that one.
Mormons got the thing on the guilt. You know, Catholics, they talk about it, but Mormons really embed that in you, and it's quite a regimen early on.
The Mormon religion is a hard religion to live up to if you carry around guilt.
You can see that being beaten into him and coming out in all kinds of fragmented ways.
He said his mom would tell him a lot of stuff, but it would scare the shit out of him, you know? At the time of Armageddon.
Yeah, I do. I think I had a breakdown. I really do. I think I had undergone a type of a mental breakdown, which manifests in aberrant behavior on my part.
What the fuck have you done?
I think that really was the icing on the mental cake of Jason, so to speak, too, at that time.
I think Jason with guns, really, really bad idea.
I would never ride in a car with Jason with a loaded gun because he would use it.
We stopped outside the road and shot guns at the railroad tracks and shot guns into the ocean from Highway 101.
Fire them out to sea. Ba-boom, like fucking pirate guns. Ba-boom.
Was it done? Yeah. Son of a bitch. I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. Good thing. Look over there.
Just a bad idea. He's all chemically imbalanced, a little wacky, with guns. Fuck.
I like to keep those out to intimidate my friends.
I bought a Ruger 22 off Jason.
God. See that butterfly, the monarch?
He went and bought a gun, and the guy that sold it to him says, "This one's a good, this will clear the alley right out." You know, like, great.
Are you FedEx? I see there is FedEx. Oh, fuck, they're here. You guys lay down. Fucking cops. Where we go? Oh, God, there's a cop. Just keep the camp. Yeah.
Oh, the cops, the Air Force, whoever.
Yeah, the sheriffs.
Yeah.
He's fucking looking in the sky with his binoculars when we were up there, like every hour or two, just looking at night.
Everybody's got somebody watching. Everybody does.
Well, let's just cut the bullshit and let's go ahead with the strip search. I know you're dying for it. They hate that. Plus the fact that I don't go to jail. So.
Prepaid legal.
No, I just don't go. Let me just say something. I won't even I'll do a U-turn. I'll do 360s in here. I've never, ever stopped at this light. Look at the cameras, and that camera right there faces all the way down that fucking street. And I've ran the light every fucking time I go through it, and no one's ever said nothing, no tickets. It's such bullshit. Really.
Nice.
Yeah, and looking at these stars and saying, look, like that was over here the other night or something. It's not a star. It's actually like a surveillance plane or something.
A hovering satellite or something.
Oh, really, fucker? Go ahead. Aerial surveillance. Counter surveillance. Citizens arrest.
I think it's just him. You know? I don't know where we get our quirks or weirdness, you know?
Every time an airplane flies over Automo down, you know, he gets out his binoculars, which he got from my mom, because she's like a UFO freak. You know, she'd go to the corner and just look for UFOs. And she'd like look around my body for marks, like for where they put implants. She says we've all been abducted, especially Jason. Especially Jason. that's the only explanation for how he's acting. You know, he's got implants to alter his perception because nobody should treat their mother like this. But now it's rubbing off on him.
Got some aerial.
Yeah, I know. I'll keep it cool.
Got some
Keep it
flybys.
down. I'll put my jacket over the goddamn fucking gun here. Let's pretend we're picking.
Everyone down.
No, it's just fucking chemtrails. It's just covering us with fucking binary bullshit. Whatever. If you don't believe me, you guys will see. Break down our immune system. They found red and fucking white blood cells in it. Whatever. Yeah, see how they manufacture the clouds in here?
Manufacture what?
Clouds, right there. Those. Yeah, look at, and then, yeah, by the night, because we wanted to control the weather since the First World War, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's in like old school books and stuff, but I mean, it's not paranoia.
I'm sure he's doing well now. I don't know. I haven't seen him really since he was 18. I haven't been able to sit with him and talk to him.
You know, no family is perfect. You know, our family, everybody hates each other, and, you know, he hasn't talked to my mom, and jeez.
Yeah, it's hard being a cut, not even a cut of the white trash, and going to dudes' shops like that. It's like, oh, Dad, look at, why'd you pick Mom and me? Bummer. Should've just held off.
Oh, I love him dearly. Yeah.
You know, I'm lucky that she's my mom, so I can be the way I am, right? I love my mother.
I'm not sure. I don't know what triggered the rift. I really would like to know.
You know, you probably edit this out, and that's all right, but when his mom fucked a black dude, he said, Mom, that's fucked, and when she dies, I'm gonna dig up her bones and surgically implant them in my belly and shit them out, and then we'll be even. I owe her nothing.
I just didn't really spend that much time with him. It was just so much time consumed earning a living.
He serviced the pools, and, you know, that's how he's got into the pool building business.
I was working 100 hours a week, so I was working way more than I had to. But a lot of that, I don't know what we did with the extra money. I don't know where all the money went. It's weird, huh?
His dad is very, 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 very generous to a fault.
I'm just trying to make life easy for everybody. He was a pretty good kid. You know, he wasn't giving me too much trouble.
There's some guns, and Dad.
Lee had a bevy of guns. We were raised with kind of like question authority.
Okay, I'm a cop.
Very free thinking, yet within the bounds of propriety, so to speak. But
Son, show me some ID.
There goes the kid. Dying.
Where's the police dog?
As I look back, it's kind of like a failure, you know, as a father. I thought I could have done a lot better, but under the circumstances I did, at the time I did, I thought what was the best.
what really hurt Jason, not just our divorce, but that Lee and I were married in the temple. So here we are, poof. It just turned out that Grandma Penny lived near the Big O. That was the skate park in Orange back in the day. And she would take him like once a week, drop him off, pick him up. Next thing we knew, he just loved it. I mean, he was just obsessed.
He was an aggro little kid. He wanted it. He was tough, he was strong, he was agile, he was like into it. You give him anything and he was gonna play with it. And so you give him a skateboard and it's over.
Capitol Beach, we grew up in this very same neighborhood. And when I was in first grade, he was in sixth grade maybe, him and my brother.
We got voted most least likely to succeed out of our sixth grade class.
They were just best buds. Jason would usually end up hanging out over at their place.
They learned how to surf and like skate together, and my dad would take us to the Big O. That's what got Jason skateboarding.
And it was great because we'd listen to punk rock all the way up there and then go skate. And I've watched Jason grow up. Hey, I've watched so many people come and go, it's just insane. But I'm still in the lineup.
Herb is a fucking innovator. Going over the line in 63, riding his jet ski to Pipeline in 80. High. That's when we might not got his credit.
As far as the industry goes, he's done more than anybody pretty much. He was first guy to really mix all the different sports together. Surfing, skating, snowboarding, jet skis, windsurfing.
In some interview, Jason says you would definitely be a conformist or a more conformed person if it wasn't for my mother and father, because they are the people who showed him a different side of life in ways of just being an individualist and not standing in line.
The kids always change everything. They learn from the masters and then they change it. And so I'm tuning Christian for the waves, but I'm taking him to the skate park because I know that's the answer, because kids are starting to do flyaways and stuff. And Christian was ripping and shredding and doing aerials. He was jumping over people, water photographers, by the time he was 12. They both had similar paths, but one was skater, one was surfer, and they both took off.
He got really big in skateboarding, I got big in surfing, and then I got forced into fucking quitting school, taking acid, and going surfing Pipeline, so I wasn't around much anymore. Decided it was better to make money and go surfing than sit in the principal's office and do nothing.
It probably could have gone either way, because Christian skates good. I'm sure Jason surfs good.
And they both have the same style.
Those guys had so much fun together, and there was Nathan, you know, the little Grom, you know, trying to keep up with them, and that always pushes the little brother.
It's taught me incredible amounts of social behaviors to follow, and like more than anybody in the world. Because I look up to him in the way he looks up to other people.
Who the fuck is that? Right. It's some kid, Jason Jessee. It's all right. Wow, kid's got, you know, pretty gnarly.
All of his heroes and stuff were, you know, were fucked up.
I love it because he admires the biggest kook there is.
I think he came up to me and we talked because I was all stoked to be out of jail and I was trying to clean up. Because it was cool. I know I am. And I remember probably being stoked that he was talking to me, you know, because he was one of the top guys or something, you know. Goes both ways.
Or someone like Dwayne Peters. It's all heart, you know what I mean?
Dwayne was our hero as a little kid. I think that's probably a lot of the reason we turned out the way we did.
Those people are admirable because they're individuals. They're not following the normal. Who is that?
Jason was struggling to find that unique personality, but it was there the whole time. So he was in a hurry to manifest it.
I skateboard, but I'm an artist. I love art and I love you. Come to me and kiss me.
I would tell him shit about Dwayne, which was probably way over exaggerated coming out of my mouth, stick it into his fucking reality, and then 3 hours later be doing that shit at the ramp. So his skateboarding just started leaping up the whole fucking deal.
It was like going from fetus to man in a matter of days. If the kid would have gone to school, he'd probably be fucking brilliant by now, because...
Guy was just a sponge.
He looked up to some of the greatest skateboarders of all time.
They're just fucked up people, you know what I mean?
We were all about corruption, man.
Take my hand.
We were raised by all those guys.
I hope some of the info I gave him didn't lead him down the wrong fucking path. Oh, fuck. I'd hate to have to take blame for that guy.
Okay, Steve and Jason are getting ready to skate.
Don't talk, Mom.
Okay.
You're not supposed to talk when my friends are here.
It's a nice day.
Big picture in the whole scheme of things was California. That's where it all stops. That's where the industry's at. That's where it's all happening. You know, and it's always that way. California innovates and everybody else follows.
Everything was really, really localized. We didn't really think in terms of outside of California back then. You know, I mean, it was the early 80s.
You came up the ranks back in those days in skateboarding.
I went down several times and acid washed the Del Mar pool. You know, cleaned it all up so he could skate free.
It was right on the cusp of that big 80s rush that went down.
It was all this San Diego Del Mar fucking shit, and Jason was a full part of that.
And the thing is he didn't look all fucking gay like the rest of these skaters at the time with fucking neon shorts.
Fluorescent, and the bangs combed over their eyes with the bleached blonde hair. That shit's so gay.
Yeah, this was an outcast crew, no doubt about it.
No doubt about it.
You don't want to get hard up for beer.
It's like a great white shark. You know he could fucking kill you, but he makes it look so rad that it almost looks like ballet, kind of like, he almost looks like a fucking foo-foo girl, you know what I mean? But you know he's not, you know?
It's fucking up there. Scary shit.
Big, gnarly, scary,
Second to none.
manly skating.
Taking it to the next level.
Every time you saw him, he got better. He got better. He got better. He's really driven.
I like to fall on my face. I like to hurt myself.
It was raw and it was undefined, and you could just tell that fucking he was gonna light it up.
He was the national #1 amateur, and I didn't know it. You know, I thought, that's pretty cool. He's pretty humble.
He was home less and less and moved out right the day after he was 18.
Major deal in my life. And I relocated to Santa Cruz to find myself. My mind is a garden.
I think when he did rebel, it was like, you know, a little bit of rebellion is not tolerated. So when you go, man, you just might as well go and you're gone.
Yeah! Fucking beautiful day! Fuck yeah! Fucking shit! Whoa!
That's when the whirlwind started.
He created his life through his drive to get out of a situation.
If you're a child actor, somebody has to take you to all of your acting stuff. When Jason was a pro skater, that was his win. That was his money. That was his lifestyle to enjoy, not mom and dad's.
Getting a lot of cash.
Pay me, pay me, pay me.
Making real good money. Yeah, I don't know how much, but I know that it was enough to buy his independence. I couldn't say anything. There's nothing I could do. You know, Jason's mind was made up.
Things just started clicking, started getting paid. We won some contests, posters and the ads, and, you know, Jason Jessee, the skateboard star.
I was just jealous of him. Fucking talent was insane.
I have to say his frontside ollies are pretty much the best.
Frontside ollies head high.
Listening for the noise that would never come.
Oh my god.
But Jason's got the cleanest ollie on earth, in my opinion. He does it that way that you dream to do shit. Since he does it so rad, you don't need to do it because he just did it fucking for you, you know what I mean?
There's these guys, they did 5-0s to faking, 50-50 faking, and they did it the fucking pussy way, where you slide back in, you know? You don't do it that way. When I learned a 5-0 to fakie, I'm going in, I'm pivoting back in. I'm either gonna slam on the back of my head or I'm gonna make it, you know? And that's the way Jason did it, you know?
It's huge Madonnas.
Huge airs to fakie. That was it.
bar none, the best immersive fakies in the business.
Yeah. 6.5 foot Christ stairs to fakie. Jason did that.
Dailies up in your fucking, over your fucking.
I just wanted to skate like Jason. I think a lot of people did at that time. He was the man.
You hit me.
It was gnarly. It just made us all want to do airs to fakie.
To fakie? You know, I don't know. I guess that's out of my realm.
He started doing all that backward shit, which to me is super sketchy because I can't even do a fucking fakie rock. You know what I mean? And he's going up doing like pivot to fakies, fucking big air to fakies. He started doing like inverse and andrex to fakie and all this crazy shit.
Oh, I'm in the air and I can see everything.
That's sick, sick boy.
He was one of the first guys to do the tattoo thing in skateboarding.
Who loves skateboard? Punk rockers and fucking losers. Fuck you. That's my fucking people.
Jason showed up sleeved at like 18, 19, something like that.
Because we told him the most important shit you gotta start doing in your life is you gotta build a record collection and you gotta get tattoos. And he was like, yeah.
My dad, when he was my age, yeah.
You had to either be in prison or be a biker, but it wasn't cool to have tattoos. It was like taboo.
It was fortunate for him that he went and picked an excellent tattoo artist. Like he researched it, you know. If he got into something, it was wholeheartedly.
He went and found the real deal. That's how we all hooked up with Mahoney. He showed us what real tattoos were.
Like you're saying, he researches you and stuff like that, and it sounds creepy, you know, but he ain't creepy in the way he does it or whatever. It's just that he fucking likes you, you know what I mean? And that's the way everybody should be, you know. If they like somebody, they should take note about what they like, you know.
He was the Hollywood guy. I mean, he did everybody. Johnny Depp and, you know, the Motley Crue guys and just everybody.
I remember just seeing some young punk white boy come in the shop getting all tattooed up, and I said, Mark, this fool ain't got no money, man. He said, hey, Holmes, this guy's got money. He's a fucking professional skateboarder.
I know guys who've gotten this on their back. So that was pretty crazy, you know. I think he helped identify a lot of kids.
Pivot to fakies, inverse to fakies, methods to fakies.
You can see, guys, I am a devoted Jason Jessee, man. Little love right there in the arm.
You got Jason Jessee. It was right there. But eventually in life, I got it covered up. So. Sorry, Jason.
Somewhere along the line, someone handed him a screwdriver CD, which didn't do him any service.
He started getting tattoos, shaving his head.
Whoa, skinhead, right? I was a sick dude too, but this guy, he was sick, man.
Screwdriver said white power, so he thought it was funny. It was almost like he was making fun of it, but then he wasn't.
We were fucking Hail the New Dawn, you know, skating in fucking Doc Martens and fucking Dickies. Hell yeah. We were having a good old time.
I was like, oh shit, this was a swastika flag. I was like, oh no, he's gonna kill us.
I was squabbing all the time, fucking fighting fools, just because I was a little knucklehead. But Jason was like, dude, you need to start fucking headbutting people.
What's that look on your face before you do the headbutt?
Oh boy.
Yeah, I got in a few fights.
Hits the guy in the face with his iron cross ring on there. The guy had a perfect print right here of the iron cross ring in his forehead. He was an older guy too. Felt kind of bad later.
Beat up some dudes on the sidewalk.
Beating an old man over the head with a fucking trash can at the gas station.
Jason had his head in the fucking urinal.
And he does a couple little dances around and just lays that chick out, dude. And we're all...
There's no reason he's not in jail.
There was another time I think Jason called one of the black as a nigger.
Wait, I was just kidding.
He overstepped his fucking boundaries, and he got served.
Bam! Right in the nose.
Yeah, I heard Jason probably deserved it.
Then the whole place wanted to go off on Jason.
So we went there waiting for him. We watched the whole thing. Hey, my kid's gonna be up next. And then the whole thing went through, and Pam and I wondered what happened to Jason.
I just remember after that, Jason was really humiliated, I think, by that whole thing. The white power thing kind of petered out after that.
There was a time I think he just did shit on purpose to piss people off because it was punk rock.
Why'd you come here then? To fuck with everyone?
There's nothing wrong with that in my book.
That was when I peaked. Holy shit. It's over. Like, it's actually over. Because then I had to get it operated on and I was scared to do anything. I can't.
Just dog and pony show. Come join the circus.
In between boards, and the videos, and the ads, and he had this legendary aura about him that everyone's like, oh man, Jason Jessee, he didn't have to skate, he could just show up somewhere and people were like stoked, you know? And then all of a sudden, poof, it's gone.
You know what? This is my life. I don't even know anything else, and then whatever, later, faggot.
You think you got your future going, and somebody pulls the fucking rug out from underneath you when the next fucking crop of 18-year-old kids come around, you know?
Hi.
Kind of bunk.
I went through the same thing, you know, where you get big and then the company moves on. It's just, I guess it's the natural progression. You know, you got to bring in the young guys.
It was going back to the streets is what it was doing. And we didn't find that out until it was back in the streets.
The street thing, man, that was like, what, early 90s. Killed everything.
It was pretty abrupt.
Killed everything.
I know I'm not a good streetscape, but I'm trying.
It's really watered down nowadays compared to how it used to be.
That's why skateboarding's fucked now. No one does their own graphics. No one chooses their own music. It's like, it's just totally gay. Nothing's cool anymore, man.
Back then, all the money you made was from skateboarders and skateboard companies. And I guess it just made the whole attitude of the skater different.
Kids these days, it's like, oh, you motherfuckers wouldn't have made it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all would have got tuned the fuck up.
What are you gonna do? You're 18. Get a job.
Oh.
But wait a minute.
It went from $7,000 to $200 for a whole month working. So weird.
It's the child star thing, you know? The best time of your life was when you were 15 to 17, 15 to 18.
It's like childhood actors, just dysfunctional fuckheads that learned how to skateboard, and then when the camera gets taken off you, it's kind of hard to deal with it, you know? It's a trip. Skateboarder's life. But Jason's a true skateboarder.
So you can be the pool king one day and laughing stock the next day. It's a hard one.
You know, I think that was a time where we were at back in the late 80s, early 90s. It was very disposable skaters.
Whatever. I mean, that's just sad that he got nailed too. Who else got nailed?
You know, it happened to me, it happened to Grosso, it happened to Jason. So I was just over it. It happened to everybody.
It's a touchy subject. I'm trying to be cool about it.
You know, if you don't know going into skateboarding that you're a perishable commodity, then you're tripping. You know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't last forever. I mean, I thought that at one time.
He was paying for it. He's still paying for it. He's true. He's gonna pay for it for fucking ever. Because he's true. Just like Jay Adams, he's fucking true.
It's just sad that we're all so innocent when we're kids and then we turn out to be what we are now. Even though the heart is good and stuff, fuck, when you're a kid, you're just so innocent and cool and perfect. And if somebody wants to fucking try to make money and rip you off along the way, then I guess it's gonna happen.
Wait till you see how funny this looks. Yeah, it probably looks real funny, huh?
Although skateboarders were always confusing business and for friendship, you know? I just don't think a lot of people understood the business part of it. I didn't anyway.
I guess you have to separate friendship from business.
But like to do good in business, usually you gotta sell out, and Jason wasn't one to sell out. And that's a tough one.
I remember Jason was 19 years old and he owed the IRS $100,000. I have no idea. Nobody ever looked out for him or, helped him, told him what to do.
He could have been way bigger. You know what I mean? He could have been way bigger than he was.
All the talent in the world.
And I've never ever seen anybody else skate like Jason.
Hero status lives on forever in skateboarding. Unfortunately, it's not worth a damn.
Alright, you're bleeding. Are you okay? I'm gonna go get some help. Can't go anywhere.
And just keep rolling in those bombs, man. Cruise like you know how. Just doing it Duke style. That's it, man.
El otro día me puse pedo, me voy a tomar a la cantina.
Okay, he's in that car club, Dukes. I mean, come on. You know, how? You know, because he wanted to be in it, and he could. It's probably one of the baddest bombs ever just to hit the street, bro, when he flaked the shit out of it, bro. He took it to Manuel in Watsonville. They flaked the shit out of that car, man. Peg and gold, that fucker was so badass. I mean, to the point where you wanted to go and stick your finger just to see if you can get some flake out, man. You know, that son of a bitch was bad. And that was Jason Jessee's ride, bro. You know, we took it out, first time, Bull Run Nights. That was the talk of the year. See that car from Dukes? Whose gold car? White boy Jason, man. Jason Jessee right there. And that was the shit, man. That's something I'll never forget.
I was tripping out because I was a little kid and I was watching him like, damn, like this guy, you know what I mean? Like, he's out of the ordinary, bro. At the time, it was way out of the ordinary, you know what I mean? I was like, damn, this guy's a white guy and he's coming around here. I'm like, oh shit.
That ain't no fucking, you can't like half step and that kind of shit, man. You can't have no water spots on your window. That's some serious discipline shit. I want to see how he got in.
That's Suburban. 54 Suburban, man. That was the shit, you know? Everybody ooh, ah, and that's Jason's. When he brought it, he was the only one that I know who had a Suburban.
When he first came out with that 54, that was like, nobody's done that yet, bro. No, I hadn't seen nobody done that yet, bro. It was time.
More props to him again, man. There it is, Jason Jessee just doing his thing.
Yeah, how does he fit in like that, bro? But he just does. He just got some style, bro.
You know, not anybody can just jump in a bomb and cruise it, you know, and fucking look good. He made it look good. A primered car with a flaked out top, Jason Jessee. You know, fucking loud ass pipes, you know, Jason Jessee.
Jason, it was natural for him, bro. He just rolled in like nothing. Crazy white boy, cutoffs, Pendleton, beanie, fucking bumping oldies. It's like, fucking A, man.
He was just part of the crew, bro, you know what I mean?
He's the only white boy I know that can represent the name and fucking wear it well, bro, and be accepted. Other than that, there ain't nobody else that can do it like he can. That guy, he's a crazy white boy there.
He's definitely attractive, and he attracts a lot of people that want to take from him too. And it might not be material things, but they want a piece of him for sure.
Living on Roca Drive, sitting here wasting time, a kid with nothing.
They were married in the Oakland Temple, and we weren't invited. Nobody was invited but Jason and Heather.
When Scout was born, he was so proud.
Wasted away.
I worried a lot, but what could I do? There's nothing I could really do.
Mom, had a certain way about her. She wants to be part of the kids, She wants to be the cool mom. Jason always hated that about her.
That's how the story goes. Well, today.
Maybe we encourage them to be too independent because I don't see them that much.
Encouraged me a lot. He's like a father figure to me, even though he was completely immature, but I loved it.
It was scary as fuck. Like, we got food from church. I'd drive to church every Wednesday and pick up bags of Deseret Industries with my name on it. Just be all, hey, cool, we got our yogurt, oatmeal. But it was pretty cool. It saved our lives for a while.
When his daughter was being born, I said, there's gonna be a time when she is working at McDonald's, and when she's off of work, she's gonna come out to the curb where you're living and sleeping in the gutter and give you the leftovers from, that they threw in the trash that night. He goes, God, that'll be rad, we'll be eating together.
Skateboarding's the best relationship you could ever have if you're a real skateboarder. It'll always be there when the chicks are gone. Right?
I could use $1,000 so fucking bad.
His life, his art, his expression is a product of his strife. That's important. It's the hardship, it's the turmoil, it's the conflict that creates the stuff that's beautiful.
I haven't been impressed with my attitude lately. It's been, just not happy with it. Really upset with my attitude.
It's sort of the artist dilemma, like you were talking about earlier. Sort of, you get further and further away sometimes from yourself, further away from reality. But meanwhile, the creativity is at an all-time high, and you're making shit that's just incredible, and you're being reinforced for that.
I think because Jason doesn't take himself too serious. Or does he? Question, right? Jason, are you serious? Because if you are, you check yourself, nigga.
So you can hold it too. I want to approach the police with this to detour riots and use it for their gear for safety, and they trip out some of the art students.
And he's done stuff that I fucking am jealous of. I snaps I'm like, oh fuck, I never could have thought of that. And I think that's his real passion. He's just a little bit scared to go ahead and let go to it,
You could tell he just feels embarrassed about it. Yeah. Like he would be like, I'm doing this right now, just you don't have to look at this, but I'm working on this other piece right now, and then you look at that and he's like, but that's not even the same thing, so come out here. And then you can't focus on anything you're doing with this thing, and you don't know what he's into exactly.
I like him a lot. You saw this one, huh? Yeah. You saw those ones? I showed you that one? Is this one the stupidest, or is it kind of funny? Thought he was gonna fall? I did too. Took a chance.
is this artist, non-artist kind of fucking thing?
Because I'm an artist. Bro, I'm an artist. Fuck.
I see you found me.
Hi, you found me. Well, it's hard to find me because I'm so into art. Now go away. I'm busy thinking.
He's an artist in his own right.
Yeah, because they feel sorry for me. They're like, his plants are fake. Like, fuck.
Artist of some sort, you know what I'm saying? I mean, in whatever he chooses to do.
I think that's probably where he would be. He should go. And he might starve, but he's starving now, kind of, so what's it matter?
Yeah, it's such a half-assed excuse for being shitty. I'm an artist. It's such bullshit.
That's Jason's thing. It's just, let him be Jason. There's people who are going to help him. They're going to help him. And that just fucks him up more. Because he never can meet these people's standards. He's always falling short. That's what he does. He falls short because he's short.
Auto mow down, because everything can be underneath it and it's all protected legally with paperwork, and the Driven was the main skateboard company. Highball Modified was motorcycles for friends so they could afford parts, you know, instead of fucking huge prices. The t-shirts were to really cover all the bills if it was ran properly.
You know, he has a little shrine to himself in there, and you can tell all this stuff is very important to him.
Everything he's collected, all his car parts, motorcycles, all that shit, he's dug in a box and found.
Isn't that weird though? I want to make a shirt with this one. Did you already get this? Forcing the wiener at the beach. Delicious. That's crazy, huh? It works too in the truck.
But he's with no feet. That's not your, average, Microsoft work environment.
Hey, what's happening? You know the seat? That seat? Yeah. You want to check? It's right. If you walk in, you want to grab it?
When he started Auto Mow Down, me and Cole, we're like, what are you doing? This place is too big. It's no good. It's crazy. Not a clue about business. And hey, he's been in trouble and a lot of issues where he couldn't pay bills.
It's on the top. See if that works. And if not, I got another one. It's right up against the wall on the top shelf up there. Oh, okay. That black seat. And then I'll be right up here.
But you know what? What can you do? You can't do it. And he's, well, I'm sorry, I can't do it. We'll take care of you later. And it's just happened like that a lot.
For a guy who always has something to do, he never gets shit done, so I don't know what he's doing.
That's better, right? I like it. Fucking showroom. See that shit? I'll be there for hours doing that. So, put different cars in there.
It's not a day-to-day program. It's a life of retard.
You know what I mean? That guy's retarded. You're gonna hear that a lot. That guy's retarded. But I'll sit and watch it. Yeah, fucker. He's retarded.
Everybody loves a clown. The world loves a clown. So, and he's got that down to a science, man.
Condensation. That shit's hell on the fucking knuck parts. What the fuck? Ow! That's right. Everything's cool.
I'm right there. I'm there to buy the ticket, And as long as I can afford the ticket to the Jason Jessee show, I'll be there.
You gotta go, okay? You got to go. I'll tell you why. About 14 years ago, what happened was, 14 years ago, my son is Joe Namath. My brother is Joe Namath. I have a tattoo right here to show you.
God damn it. It turned into that's what I do. That's what I did. I just went. That's weird, right? It'd be fucking gnarly.
Nobody gets it. They just look and point and run the other way. And it's such good entertainment for everybody.
I've already really ruined my name in the neighborhood, so I'll just check my mail and leave.
What in the fuck? That's kind of how he is right there. I mean, his whole life is like in that mode. Maybe not anymore, but yeah, short attention span.
I don't think he has ADD. I think he has something they don't. He can't put a label on. I think it's way progressed past ADD.
Didn't hurt or nothing. Not even a little bit. You know, I got a lot of gay, black, African American, Negro friends, black Negro friends that. So if you guys can keep the jokes to yourself. Oh, God. You can hear the ocean.
Jason's got a lot of hang-ups.
I'm over everything. The tractor's cool.
I mean, he just does stupid shit. Guy's functionally retarded. He just can't function.
You can't turn a tape recorder on for Jay. You need to see the cartoon version. You know what I mean? It's like,
What? Corny.
Just fucked thoughts that are all segmented.
And you just kind of wonder, like, is he fucking retarded? Or is he just so smart he's just fucking with your mind?
I feel like I'm getting a lot of attention.
There is kind of an interesting vulnerability about him. That he's not trying to be cool or trying to impress you. He's just him, and it overwhelms him even sometimes when you're talking to him.
And part of it, I wonder how much he just doesn't even desire to grasp reality. Because it's just more fun in the delusional side of things.
I'm living in delusional, selective memory, thinking, whatever way of life right now. Real delusional. I create stuff to do.
I'm curious, have you seen things that would seriously make you wonder? I mean, I don't know, that might sound weird asking about my own sin.
Okay. Now, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to apply the tape right here onto parts of his body. Good boy. Good boy.
Training the chickens to fight. The fighting chickens.
It was for real. It wasn't just a photo session. The chicken thing was trippy.
This is where all the herds of them were. Where's the craziest?
He had a name.
With different name tags as well. Mohammed, Aswar.
Sensei Robert. They were cute little things like the first week, and then the next week went by, and
see, it's not that big a deal.
Getting into theater plays and into the groove, you know, into the mix, and stickers on them, and spray paint.
Good boy. Good boy. You just go to sleep. Yeah, pretend you're dead, whatever. Wait, okay, go ahead.
It was weird. He would truly take good care of them. He would wash them a lot, then blow dry them. It was a love-hate thing. He'd hate the chickens, but he would love them.
And it got ugly.
He was doing his welding, and he would take a little leash or something and tie the chicken to the part that he's welding so it couldn't run away, and expose it to like levels of heat. So that it could fight longer and develop some kind of stamina, no matter how hot it gets. Then he would put it on a skateboard, duct tape it to the front of the skateboard, and drop in with him. So that it's used to transitions and amounts of speed. G-forces.
Holy moly.
And then he gave the chickens away to this Mexican friend of his raised his chickens for food. And Jay had to go over and see his chickens. There's like 200 chickens out in this field. And he said that one just for sure ran up and bit him, and that was the one of them.
Well, he succeeded in his job. He taught that fucker how to fight. Yes.
Yeah, what is it? That one right there, right? That one, the white one, yeah. Yeah, he's actually growling. He's seriously pissed, huh? He's a little nervous, a little angry.
Feels cornered.
Yeah. I've never felt like that before. I've always had a cushion. Yeah, and the 7... and the AK-47.
The father who raised the chicken said, you can't really tell one from another, but those chickens, no right. Like, so he definitely did stuff happen to him.
That is saving his sanity. Being freaky and weird and funny. Our family does have those traits, I have to say.
Somebody wrote that shit, I don't know. It's not bullshit.
And he's maybe a little quick, you know what I mean? Most people will take a century to look back on something.
Did you see that Jesus liked 9/11 and Handhead?
He's pretty clever about pushing it too, where he can offend you. Like, thank you, Osama, and stuff like that.
It made me like Sikhs more. The hats. They unravel them, there's so much cool shit in it. This one guy, we unraveled his. What? Are you selling that? Bangladesh, I get $22. I go, all right, I'll get that.
I think Jay wants to play with stuff while they're still riding.
From the skateboarding to the bike guys to everybody that comes around, they're all Jason fans, and he leaves his little mark. Jim Jones, drink this Kool-Aid, wear these glasses. You should start a cult, actually, where everyone wears ski masks and hunting cap cult. That would be cool. And rides cool choppers. Hey, I'd join that. Wait a minute, we have that. It's called the Sinners.
The Sinners, they're not going to kill anybody. They're a bunch of brownies. We're Girl Scouts.
But the weird thing is, it wasn't started for motorcycles. It was started as a eternal brotherhood of love and friendship. It's not hot.
The guys in the Sinners, Jay, Cole, Denver Dan, Father Rico, all those guys, you just meet those dudes, and immediately there's a comfort there.
Because they don't fit anywhere else, and I guess they end up fitting together.
We met and it was within, an hour sometimes, like it's meant to be.
Everyone's just perfectly mismatched. We will function well as a group. We all fill those voids that each other have.
It's not, this hardcore, you gotta, commit fellatio on a goat to be in the club.
Tommy from Milwaukee says, no fucking Mormons. No fucking Mormons. And everybody's like, yeah, but fucking Jason's fucking raised Mormon. And Decker's Mormon. Oh, fuck. Okay, no Mormons except for fucking Jason and Decker, and that's fucking it.
I feel sorry for guys that don't have a love amongst their brothers, It's really kind of a sad deal. And, and if you got to find it on the golf course, I feel sorry for you, but at least you're finding it.
Jeff Decker, that was my jacket.
The whole comparison between the cowboy and the motorcycle, the horse and the motorcycle and everything else, it's just been flogged to death, that whole idea. But I think it's been flogged to death because it's a relevant comparison. These cowboys, you look at their saddles, you look at the way they dress. I mean, you look at Billy the Kid and you look at Wild Bill Hickok. Those guys were pimps, and they worried about what they wore as much as Jason does. I mean, they have a little costume, they work it out, it's dialed in, it's cute, they love it. And motorcycle guys are the same way.
The whole fucking Frisco style bikes, low tunnels, high tanks, mid controls, all class, and now it's all coming back. fucking 15 years ago, the guy was running it.
And to meet somebody back then, before the whole, TV silliness came around, was a remarkable thing, So I knew I loved him because of the bikes. But he was a hillbilly machinist. Shit didn't fit together beautifully, but, technically speaking, but aesthetically, it fit just fine.
Okay, what the hell happened here?
He puts together neat shit. I love his work in a way. I won't ride his shit. Craftsmanship-wise, it's just the worst.
I figured out something's rubbing. A lot of people don't assess the situation like that anymore. It's kind of lost art.
I'm the only guy that owns a file, California, and I can do it without even working. I can actually hold conversations. Huh?
You look into an old bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken after, all the meat's gone, and there was some, bones connected, knuckles and shit, and that's what his controls look like.
He clipped some wires, I don't know where they go to.
It was so wrong that it was right. Like most of the stuff he does. It's so fucked up that it fucks up.
This is loose. I don't know what gear it's in. Look at that. This is off. There should be on there. That's not. What a problem, machine.
They are kind of fucked up and crooked and, nothing is right on them, but the overall picture is just so perfect.
Sheet metal's original.
There's so many Japanese people like JJ right now. He's like a new hero.
He's huge in Japan. Yeah, he's all over it there. I guess they get it. A lot of people here don't get it, but I think they get it.
The Japanese guy that came here, he quit his job, quit school, left his apartment to come here. And I go, what are you doing?
Jason Jessee. いや、かっこいいと思うよ。実際に日本人の方が
ジェイソンにね、日本に来て一緒に走りたいね。日本に来てほしいね。
綺麗な、なんか古いかっこいいのをまとめた感じっていうか、アメリカの古いジェイソンとか乗ってるようなチョッパーを、
これが東京サグスタイル。
アメリカなのにスケボーやってバイクやっててっていうところがすごい好き。
スーパーマンみたいに多分合ってないからすごいみんなが頭ですごい膨らんでってでもうジェイソンみたいな感じで勝手にこうみんながスーパースターのこう像を作り上げてるっていうか
それは俺も喋って感じるよすごい天才と狂人のなんかその狭間みたいな
The Japanese are very in tune to things, and they're like sponges. Yeah. So I think they're in tune with the fact that, Jason's really got something going on.
Take credit for zero.
And it's kind of silly the fact that while he's here, I don't think he'll ever be appreciated, quite frankly. But they will, and then it'll be looked back on.
They really knew what a fucking pile of shit I was with all my baggage and hang-ups. They would fucking give up so quick and just stick to their kamikaze spirit.
多分俺が思うにはやっぱりジェイソン・ジェシーっていう人がいてでみんなそれをこうおこぼれをもらってっていうかで自分がこう這い上がっていこうとかジェイソンがちょっとは見習いたいけどなかなかできるってことじゃないか
It's all right there. Tyoshi tells me every day. Anything, I'll buy it. Okay, cool. Once a month. 10, 12 grand, not do anything. But I can't do anything. I can barely function at all. Because I can't fucking do it. I need to hire someone, right? Dear friends, as you may not know, may not know, Jason owes a lot of money.
Christopher fucking Columbus gets all the credit. He didn't fucking land in the United States, right? What about fucking Leif Erikson? Nobody knows about him. True hero. Fucking navigates before instruments. Gets all the way to Minnesota. And fucking some faggot from, cause he's flying the flag of the church, lands down in the goddamn islands, and we have a fucking day to celebrate him. History's written by the winners.
We're out of here. Sold a whole bunch of shit.
Did I tell you the time that he came here not too long ago? I didn't even recognize him. Looked like a homeless person. And then he asked me if I thought that the miracles of modern medicine might be able to help him. And I laughed hard and said, I don't think so. Definitely not. Yeah, real homeless.
What do I do? How do you know? Because I'm at a different, right? I'm at a different tax bracket, but I just don't know how to do it. I gotta get on those bills. Gotta check that out Monday.
As far as I knew, he didn't really tell anyone that he was going, and I don't even know if he told himself he was really going, because it was like he wouldn't pack anything.
I can't take this wall down. I gotta take the whole thing with me. You know what I mean?
Man, why don't you just fill one truck up with your favorite shit and walk the fuck away from the rest of it?
I mean, he's so idealistic.
He probably really is an idealist. I think that might be like the sole source of his charm too, is the fact that he really sees things in a pure fashion. He really has fun with them.
Because he doesn't show you the real him very often. You know, everything's masked over in this kind of clown act.
Yeah, that's how I feel now. Is that fuck? That's me now.
I mean, he must know that, like, fuck, I'm fucked up. He's always saying, I'm fucked up. And I know he believes that, you know. I know that kind of, it drives him, but it keeps him down, too.
You know, I looked up to him, and I still do. Because he could be worse off, even though he's almost rock bottom.
He's gonna eat shit. It's sad to say, but
I'm just gonna do whatever, go do it. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna. I have no decisions. I haven't made any decisions. I gotta figure it out. So I don't know. You don't care anymore. It's like $5 or 500,000. Who cares? You owe how much? You just kind of break.
he's not selling an image. You can't see it when you are it. What do you do when you're it? Not much.
He's a leader, he's not a follower. Henceforth, there's a lot of people following him. Whatever he does, he wears his hat stupid, you wear your hat stupid. He shoots a gun, you shoot a gun. He does burnouts, you do burnouts, or at least you want to do these things.
He endangered himself for everybody else.
He's his own worst nightmare. He walks that line between genius and madman.
But mostly, we're just glad he lived.
Because his whole attitude, I mean, you should have been fucking dead 9 times already, you know, but you're still kicking.
I didn't show you this. I haven't. This is for my next we got this thing. I can't talk about it. It's still top secret, but I work for Homeland Defense too. It's my partner. He's got one guy down. FBI. It's right here. I shouldn't even have this display because it's so undercover for later.
It's not a paranoia. He's not him anymore. He doesn't get to be original. He is being followed.
Like the other day, a cop asked me why I was acting so suspicious, and I said, wait a minute, I'm on your team. I'm out there looking for bad guys just like you are.
Frontier Airlines passenger who the flight crew says was acting suspiciously was taken into custody by the FBI Wednesday in San Jose, California.
After other passengers accused him of acting suspiciously.
And
clutching a backpack. They also said that he had a notebook with the word suicide bomber written on it.
Some passengers say they feared for their lives.
After being questioned for several hours, the man was released.
That man taken into custody is a local artist and former skateboarding star. His name is Jason Jessee.
It's weird. I guess I just need to look in the mirror a little more.
Jason Jessee was coming home after visiting friends in Denver when he was pulled off the plane. One of the other passengers thought he looked suspicious.
Next thing you know, we're on the tarmac and I look out, wow, there's a lot of police officers.
Part of the reason could have been how he was dressed, but the main trigger was this book. He scratched it out now on the advice of the FBI, but it used to say suicide bomber.
I just wanted to apologize for tying anyone up or delaying anybody, whatever. It's just shock value, but I didn't mean it to be this shockful.